Arjun woke up and rolled off his bed, but he did not hit the floor. Instead, he drifted sideways, slamming into the cold plaster of the wall. Above him, his blanket floated like a giant, white ghost, rippling in the stagnant air. His alarm clock hovered near the ceiling, ticking away in midair as if time was the only thing still anchored. Arjun kicked off the wall, spinning awkwardly through the weightless room until he reached the hallway. The world had simply lost its grip. In the kitchen, his mother was trying to pour cereal, but the milk formed glowing white spheres that bounced off the walls like rubber balls. She let go of the carton, watching it drift toward the light fixture. Gravity took a vacation, Arjun. No note, just gone, she said, her voice hollow. Arjun pushed off the floor, but his feet stayed planted. He walked toward the refrigerator, his sneakers clicking firmly against the hardwood. His mother stared at his shoes. "Why are you still on the ground?" she asked. Arjun just shrugged. Outside, the neighborhood was a beautiful mess. Dogs paddled through the air as if they were swimming in an invisible lake, barking at the clouds. Cars hovered 10 feet above the driveways, their tires spinning uselessly against nothing. Arjun walked to school, his steps echoing on the empty, solid pavement, while his neighbors drifted past him like colorful, helpless balloons. He was the only heavy thing in a world made of feathers. The school cafeteria was a disaster zone. Students were bouncing off the ceiling tiles like trapped birds. The principal spun slowly in the center of the room, her skirt floating around her head. A kid pointed a finger at Arjun and shouted, "He is the chosen one." Arjun sighed and grabbed a heavy stack of encyclopedias. He dragged them to the center of the room, piling desks and benches on top, until he had built a massive, heavy mountain of wood and paper. He climbed to the very top, cupped his hands, and shouted at the empty air, "Hey, gravity! You forgot us!" The room went silent. Then, a single pencil tipped off a desk and clicked against the floor. A chair tilted and slammed down. Suddenly, the air grew heavy. The floating noodles and milk blobs hit the floor with a wet splat. The principal dropped from the ceiling and landed in her chair with a loud thud. Everything fell back into place. Arjun walked home, relieved. He sat on his bed and exhaled, but then he froze. His left sock had detached from his heel and was drifting steadily toward the window. What took a vacation now?